Hello, everybody. In this edition of Nonstop Tech, we're going to talk to you about the perfect time to buy a computer. Also, go over some news. We got some tips, some tricks, and other than that, I just get to hang out with these two creepy guys. So stick around for this edition of Nonstop Tech. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Nonstop Tech. I am your host, Doc Rock.
I'm Jerome.
I'm Tim.
See, I love the way you guys do that. It's so quick, it's insane. All right, so let's start it out. We're doing news. Last week, I think we started out with you for news.
Yeah.
So we're going to give it to Tim, which could be dangerous.
Well, I want to start off with the exciting news that GoPro is finally shipping their Wi-Fi backpack for the GoPro. So they announced this back in January, and it's finally shipping. $60 for just the backpack, or $100 if you want the backpack plus this remote. That'll trigger up to 50 cameras. So you buy the combo with the remote, and then you can buy all these just $60 add-ons, so you can hook them all up and do a crazy multicam shoot with GoPros. So kind of news, kind of a product thing.
How many cameras?
Up to 50.
Holy crap.
Wow.
So $50, that would be $300 per piece. That would be what? 15?
A lot of money.
A lot of money, but yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I love how fast computer guys cannot add.
I use my calculator, but yeah, GoPro is awesome, and the Wi-Fi backpack is pretty stellar.
All right, cool. Jerome?
You're going to go next.
All right, I'll go next. So I did a review about this before, and I've people talk to me about my productivity. Get a muffler. Anyway, people talk to me about my productivity apps, and I like to use an app, Fantastical from FlexiBits. I met Sean guys at Macro, really cool guy. They make some really great software. Anyway, if you don't know, Fantastical is a natural language calendar add-on for the Mac where you basically can type out sentences and add things to your calendar. So if I say, Monday at 5:39 p.m. Hawaiian time at the greenhouse, we're going to record the podcast. I could just type that and it's slowly adding those fields rather than you trying to figure out icon. Anyway, they made an update to Fantastical that supports reminders.
Nice.
I'm so happy.
So that is awesome. So if you do use the reminders on your iOS device, they will be synced and work fluidly with your computer now. And of course, with Mountain Lion coming,
Voice dictation.
That's
awesome.
It's going to be good. So anyway, my big update for this week is Fantastical. First of all, good on you guys. Great software. I love it. If you haven't used it yet, I say you should buy it.
Pick it up.
Let me check to see what it costs because I forget.
It's like $10.
I think it was 20.
I think it was 20. Yeah,
No, it's 20 now.
It's $19.99. Anyway, it's well worth it because you save a lot of time putting things in your calendar with Fantastical, and it does support Google Calendar as well as your iOS calendar. So, rock star.
Sweet.
Okay,
Awesome.
go for it.
So mine is actually, since this app was a pick, I believe it was last week, Instapaper. It's now on Android. So everyone has an Android phone. Check it out.
Or the Kindle Fire, Kindle Fire.
Or Kindle Fire, good point.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I mean, this is my primary application for like bookmarking stuff and just for read it later. Even at work when you just want to quickly look at something, you can't kind of do that. But it's on Android now, and that was like one of the barriers of a lot of people. They're like, we don't have these.
I was
cool apps.
shocked actually
Now they
because he was
Marco
adamant
Armand
against
is
not doing it.
Well, he had someone. He didn't develop it himself. He had an outside company. Same guys who make the Tumblr app for Android actually create this application. Some good news. Also today, Tuesday, right? Actually, it's Monday today, isn't it?
It's Monday today.
Yeah.
But by the time that they watch this, it shall be Wednesday or Thursday, depending on Tim's editing capabilities.
My editing.
The good news, if you have a chance to get down to Starbucks, you can get their Instapaper is the free app of the week. So get the card.
Shut up.
It's
Someone listened to the podcast today.
No, that's cool because last week it was the Kayak Pro app, which I already had, but again.
Wait, I missed it.
Yeah, Kayak Pro. So Facebook, Starbucks just started doing, like they used to do the music, now they're doing it with apps. So you can check that out. And also on the Mac App Store, there is Editor's Choice, which sometimes has special price breaks. So yeah, check it out.
Free is awesome.
This is so good, by the way. I should have brought you guys a cup.
Thanks.
This is some wonderful
Never shared.
pomegranate green tea from Aloha Harmony Tea. Thank you, guys.
In other news, George Lucas has a successor.
Really?
Kathleen Kennedy is taking over Lucas's role heading up Lucasfilm.
So there should be a thing in her contract. I promise to leave the versions that are the versions we know, the F alone.
I just want her to release the N64 LucasArts games to iOS. That's my one wish.
There you go. All right, so that about wraps it up for news. When we come back, we're going to get into our topic of the day, which is when is the perfect time to buy a computer? And we're back. Okay, now let's get into the meat of the show. We're going to talk about when is the best time to buy a computer. Recently, I get a lot of people saying, I need to get a new computer, what should I do? And I'm going to send this shout out to my homeboy Chancellor. Chancellor is one of my good friends. He helps me out in my DJ business. And he's like saying, should he get a MacBook Pro or should he get a MacBook Air? And I was like, yeah, in your case, get a Pro. It matches what he needs to do. But at the same token, I was like, but wait.
It's about that.
Same time though, I'm always going to give this answer. You buy it when you need it.
True.
If you need to get something done, you buy a computer.
He doesn't say a lot of wise things, but that one
things always get updated. So if you're waiting for, you'll always be waiting forever for the next big thing. You know.
Siri, Tim said something cool this episode. No, Tim's right about that.
Set a reminder.
You sort of have to get it when you need it. But right now, if you can afford the wait, like it's not going to interrupt your process, with WWDC looming, the current, say we're going to use Macs for right now.
Wait till June 11th.
We'll talk about Windows 2nd. Yeah, you want to wait and see what they announce at WWDC. That being said, whenever there's an announcement, whether it's for WWDC or not, the day you hear of it, like, it's a good day to pay attention and go to the Apple Store or check out the online store. Because what they have is what's known as the EOL products, and that stands for?
End of life.
End of life. So the end of life products will go anywhere from $200 to $400, and depending on how high up the chain, I've seen them as much as $750 off the regular price because those models are moving out. So let's say the 2011 models of MacBook Pros and MacBook Airs will be moving at a high reduction in order to make space for the new one, because Apple does a really good job of getting the inventory, say, shrink down or constrained.
Do you know how quickly they do it?
Right before. They're
5 days.
fast.
A complete turnover.
Super fast. That's one thing why they're so successful and why they put out these crazy numbers is they use sort of the Japanese business model of just in time, and I forget the guy who invented it, but it was a famous business specialist who decided that when you do inventory, you make exactly what you need when you need it. It's almost like Jack in the Box or Domino's. Like they make it when you ask for it.
Are you saying that when a product's about to get updated, Apple will sell them in retail stores for a cheaper cost?
Yes.
I've never seen that.
No, only at Best Buy because they're controlling it.
Yeah.
But what they do is because of the way they do their rollouts and shipping, they start to tell their partners that they're constraining these models.
Right.
So that's how some of the rumor sites use Best Buy's price reduction or inventories as a meter that a new machine is coming.
Sure.
Right? Got it?
Got it.
All right. So, again, on the Mac front, if you're looking to buy a Mac, we are expecting, because of the Ivy Bridge processors, which is too technical, we're not going to get into that right now.
Faster and better.
Faster and better. That's all you ever really need to know.
USB 3, maybe.
Didn't we just say we're going to leave it at faster and better?
It's faster and better USB.
He's fired.
Oh, my God.
There you go, right?
We are looking for a new co-host because this guy's a troublemaker. Anyway, so with those things in mind, knowing that these guys are coming, set yourself a Google alert. You can set yourself a Google alert for new MacBook Pros or Apple released updates to the MacBook Pro line. You can set a Google alert that will then pop you as soon as it comes.
You should do a how-to on that.
Definitely. I think we need to do a how-to on how to do Google alerts. Okay.
Another handy place is Mac Rumors buying guide. It'll tell you the days since the last update and the average per update. Like the MacBook Pros pretty much every May, and you can see on Buyer's Guide that's a little overdue. So
But that's been off a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
that's been off right now.
Well, sure. I mean, the Mac Pro doesn't get updated that much.
Well, there's things that are changing because of Intel. So we're at the mercy of Intel for the Mac people. For PC people, the Sandy Bridge machines are already shipping.
Sure.
So part of that is sometimes Apple likes to let
Ivy Bridge.
Ivy Bridge. What did I say?
Sandy Bridge.
Well, they've been shipping for a while.
They're all bridges of some sort.
I think in this case, Apple took the idea, let the PC people roll out the Ivy Bridge stuff first, and if there's anything that needs to be changed, they can go back to Intel and be like, look, tighten this up, and then we're going to buy 1 million of them.
One interesting thing is NVIDIA also released new mobile chipsets today.
So that's how you know it's ready.
I know.
That's exactly how you know it's ready.
They waited.
All right. So anyway, that being said, if you know how to set yourself a Google alert, set one because these guys are ready. Now, if you're a PC purchaser, now's the time.
Yeah, all the Ivy Bridge stuff's coming out right now.
They're working.
So it looks like it's working fine. Everyone said just the increase in power, which is amazing, and it's great.
If you're
time to buy now.
an iPad purchaser, now's a good time.
Yeah, it's
I
always
would
a good time
say
to buy an iPad.
it's shipping now 24 hours,
Yeah.
online. So it's
iPad is
available
a
now.
little different from a computer because although, let's say the iPad 4,
I mean,
we don't
it
want
is
to
a
give it a number,
computer,
but
yeah.
if it does come around to that, again, it's going to be almost another year. It's really only been 3 months since this guy came out.
Yeah.
I want to say one thing. I totally forgot this, and I should have mentioned this before. Windows 8. There's going to be a purchase period. You have to look this up online. I don't know if you.
Jerome, you're talking about the $15 update?
Correct.
It's June 2nd onwards,
you.
so anytime from now on.
no,
2 for 2, dude.
But with that said, I still wouldn't want to buy a Windows tablet-y type thing yet because Windows 8 is going to be designed for, I think it'll work best with specially designed hardware.
And those are coming out. Asus already released, Samsung.
So
they're already showing them
wait for the Windows 8 specialty hardware because I think you'll have better experience than trying the.
That's true.
To
So
do
you
it.
know what?
in
It's not a good
hardware.
time to buy computers right now, unless you really.
I'm having a good time experiencing this tea.
Yeah.
Quit enjoying the tea. Gee.
Wow, I wish it was whiskey.
Jealous.
Anyway, so those are some tips. Again, whenever you're shopping for anything, that Google Alerts thing is money. Is that something you think we can do on the fly, or you think we need to make a video for it?
We should make a video.
Yeah.
For
All
it,
right, so we're gonna make a video for it. If you're lazy, or no, I'm saying not if you're lazy. If you're in a hurry, go search how to set up a Google Alert. If not, watch the Nonstop Tech feed. We'll be popping one up very soon because I use Google Alerts all the time. They're very helpful for finding plane tickets or finding deals on something that you wish to buy. And you'll always get information like when it first comes out, when it's ready. I always use it for Black Friday.
Oh, I hate that day.
Yo, Google
some
Alerts
good
and Black
deals,
Friday
man.
is money.
Sometimes.
Yeah, when people trample each other.
All right, so Mac users, WWDC is rolling out next week. Be on the listen. PC users, actually, you can buy now, but if you're not a tinkerer, you might want to wait just to see what sort of works itself out with Windows 8. Is that what we agree on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're announcing. They already announced a whole bunch of stuff. New hardware that takes advantage, like touchscreen, hybrid computers, pretty much.
Yeah.
hybrid
Cool.
Tablets.
And if you're a student, don't forget, you can always use your student discount for the Apple. A lot of students do not take advantage of student discounts. Check your
Really?
universities.
Okay.
Also, check out the academicsuperstore.com is one of the sites that I know is a very legitimate place to
It
get
works really well.
academic rebates or prices. It's if you're a student, you're a college student, and you're not checking to see if there's student prices on software and hardware,
What
you're
are
out
you
of your
thinking?
mind.
Why are you in college?
Like you can save a
Yeah, how's your
lot of
college?
money.
Yeah.
And then on the business realm, if you're a business and you're going to buy some apples, go in and ask the person at the store to speak to a business representative because they can set you up an account and there's money to be saved there. Again, a lot of people don't know because they think the criteria is really high.
Yeah, I get
And depending-
10% off accessories when I go to the Apple retail store.
Yeah, and depending
it's
on
great.
the side, depending on how deep your business is, you can get some really decent discounts
And
on things that you buy.
A little tip: if you become an iTunes content creator, so say you make some iBooks, you get really awesome deals. You get say $500 to $1,000 off Mac Pros. You get $900 MacBook Air. Great hardware discounts. You're able to buy like 2 Macs a year with this. So if you're content creating, I would say sign up with iTunes and you get some good Macs.
This kid pulled out 3 for 3 today. Hey, next time you sit in the middle, I'll just sit over there and say dumb
What's
stuff.
going on here?
I don't know. That's the way
Yeah.
you've been drinking.
No iPad to discount. But if you're looking for a Mac or a
That's
Thunderbolt
actually
display, it's
very
great.
valuable advice because there's probably someone out there who runs a business and they're sitting on a content and ebook. Okay, I'm gonna give a shameless plug for one of my friends who time to time works out at a greenhouse. He's a great friend, Marcus Landberg from Landsberg Law here in Honolulu. Yes, I'm gonna say something nice about a lawyer, but Marcus would be a good candidate for this due to the fact that he wrote this beautiful ebook about what to do should you get pulled over for a DUI stop. To make sure you're doing everything correctly.
Yeah.
The information is so valid that it'll be easy to take that 7 or 8 page PDF
Yep.
and turn it into an iBook.
And then he'll get the Mac discounts.
And then he'll get the Mac discount.
These are discounts
but
bigger
it's
than-
also valuable
yeah.
information. So you might have a business. Maybe you're a solar guy. You're Bonterra Solar, or
Anything.
maybe you're a chef and you got a couple recipes. Throw together a quick iBook.
Yeah.
One is helpful to us. You can make it free, but it's
Yeah.
helpful to us who like content. But then 2, you can set yourself up to get some decent discounts.
Yeah, I mean these are
That's
discounts.
always nice.
These are discounts way better than any business
All
account
right,
would get.
because
you,
you're the
so.
man at this. Next show,
Yeah.
we're gonna do how to start up your iBooks thing.
Let's do it.
We're gonna make a book live on Nonstop Tech.
Let's do it.
It's gonna be a book about Mike Prasad's famous drinks, and we will sample those drinks on the show. And it'll be a 1 hour long
That sounds so
edition.
dangerous.
Anyway, after this, we're going to come back and we're going to give you some tips, tricks, or random Timisms that can help you use your computer a little bit better. So thank you. We'll be right back. And we're back. We're back with this edition of Nonstop Tech. Now we're going to get into our tips, tricks, picks, anything we have cool that we think can help you make your computing experience a little bit better. So who's going to start?
I'll start.
All right, good.
So my pick is actually the Ultrathin Logitech iPad Bluetooth keyboard, the longest name ever. But it's kind of nifty. So it hooks up, if I can get this going, it hooks up via the magnet on the side here. It looks like this.
Smart cover-esque.
Smart cover, yeah, exactly. And you can just attach it, and I'm pretty bad at this.
Wrong way.
Oh, it's the wrong way. See, this is actually the comedy part of the show. So, no, this is the wrong way.
Jerome's demoing how easy and simple this is to work.
One bad thing, as you can see about this, you pretty much have to figure out which way goes perfectly or won't go on, right? But it covers the front of the screen and leaves the back open. But the nice thing is, you can just open it up, kind of set your iPad inside here, and then you have a way to actually type on it. Makes it kind of nice. You can actually do it in portrait mode also, if you
But
like.
you don't get the nice magnet.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing about it. But it's kind of nice if you're using, let's say, Pages, for example. Easier to type inside there like this than on landscape, in my opinion.
Okay.
But it's been good so far. Charges via USB. It's a little pricey at $100, but I'm really happy with it right now. I think this is going to be my primary keyboard going forward. So if I could figure out how to put this thing back on here.
Very good.
Sweet.
Alrighty, Tim.
Mine's a website called IFTTT.com. So it's IF with 3 T's. And this is web recipes. So you have all these different cool things. You have like Evernote, you have Dropbox, you have Twitter, you have Facebook, Instagram. How do you integrate these together? Well, that's what this is for. So right now I have it set up to every 15 minutes look at my Twitter feed, pull all of my tweets I send out, and throw them into one Evernote document that just keeps on growing my whole life. When I'm 100, I'll have like this billion-page long document with all my tweets. You can do that setting it the Dropbox. You can have a wake-up call. You can put it in with your phone number, and it can call you every morning to wake you up just like you're at a hotel. There's all sorts of just crazy stuff in here. You can have it search Instagram for a certain hashtag and send that to your Dropbox account in a special folder. So if you want to capture all of the hashtags of a certain thing, it's just really extensible and does everything. It's like magic juice for the web. It's awesome. So web recipes at IFTTT.com.
So I've messed with this before. Absolutely love the site. The thing about it, I think, would work better is I keep forgetting that I built these things already.
They're just happening in the background.
Because they're happening in the
What's going on
background.
here?
So IFTTT means if this, then that. So that says if Mike Prasad is hosting a mixology event. So I'm going to take the hashtag, I can never say this, mixology minus the vowels, MXLGY. Is that right? Okay. MXLGY. So I can say if the hashtag MXLGY, send me a SMS or send me a reminder via email or Facebook or Twitter, all of the above, that says Mike is having another one of his cocktail parties. So I will stop what I'm doing, call the client, and be like, hey, yeah, your website won't be done tomorrow. I had an emergency in the family. And I can take off. I can take off and go to the event.
Well, if the client's there.
Then I guess we're getting faded together.
I just found this really cool one. When I check in on Foursquare, it'll text me the nutritional profile of that restaurant. So I know if I'm going to be fatter or skinnier that day.
Come on,
It's pretty
anything-
Well,
sweet.
we know the answer for you.
I'll be fatter probably, I got to eat healthier.
But no, so it's really cool. If this and that. So if, for instance, there's an Instagram, you can have it auto-save your Instagram to your Dropbox.
I got a little story. I did the hashtag OneLove on Instagram. Some wild stuff there. I got like Bob Marley, got some crazy chicks, and it was all
Because
weird.
that was his song.
Yeah.
So that being said, if this and that, very cool service, Tim. That is an excellent, excellent pick. Okay, so my pick. I, as you know, have been sort of a GTD nerd for a while. I've elevated that process a little bit. I started calling it GSD. You can fill in your own blanks. I hashtag a lot of things with GSD. And around here at the greenhouse, we do GHD, greenhouse done, because we actually do a lot. But I have found one of the best productivity things, which is not new, and I've heard about it forever, just never put it into practice, and that's known as the Pomodoro technique. Okay, Pomodoro, basically the Italian word for tomato, and they got the name. This guy Francois, I can't even butcher his last name, of using a. Maybe it's Francis, maybe it's Italian. Anyway, use the tomato timers, those old kitchen timers that look like a tomato with the numbers on it. Set it for 25 minutes. When it dings, you take a 5-minute break. Set it again for 25 minutes. It dings, 5 minutes breaks. One more time, it dings, 5-minute breaks. On your third or fourth break, you expand the break to 15 to 20 minutes. And I have found in the last basically 2 weeks of using this, I get so much stuff done because it's very limited. And anything that comes in that's, say, going to take me away from the task at hand, I ignore it, knowing that I'm going to have an opportunity to get back to it 25 to 50 minutes later.
That makes sense.
Right? So if you get this important text message that just came in from my buddy Alan Oda, Alan, I'll call you in a couple minutes. I can just ignore Alan. Sorry. Alan. He's my good friend. He might get mad if I say that. But literally, I can ignore him knowing that 20 minutes later, I'm going to have an opportunity to call him back on my break. And then if it's important, I can add his task to my task list. Anyway, to bring this into the techie world, to make it kind of nerdy, great application called Focus Booster app. Okay, Focus Booster from focusboosterapp.com. They have a desktop version for the Mac, the PC, the Linux. They also have a focusboosterapp.com/live, which is an online version, which you can just basically start the clock and it will do the little countdown thing. And I like it because the app on the computer is really cool. It goes tick, 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 and gets quiet. So you don't even hear it, you don't see it, but all of a sudden it starts bouncing up and down, and you know. And it's a great time to remember to get up and stretch those legs. So it's going to help you with your carpal tunnel. It's going to help you with RSI, repetitive stress injuries. It's going to get you out of your chair so you can, stand up and move around.
Some push-ups,
Yeah, you can do anything. I mean, so I use it as an opportunity to crank out the neck. Remember to go drink water.
Yeah.
So what this is doing for me is helping me get in my 8 ounces an hour.
Does it give you a thing to get back to work after that? Or
yes, it does have it does. So depending on your speakers, you can set it to go down. But normally I can do 5 minutes in my head.
Sure.
Just from being a DJ, I know how long songs are. It just kind of happens. So I normally go back and it'll be like anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds left. And you just go right back to work. And it's been so much fun. Because when you're working on something and you know there's a reward at the end. So after that, I have mine set for 4 breaks.
You might even work harder too.
You do. I find that I work a lot harder. And I also find that I now can really focus and give dedication to a particular task. And right now, I've been, shameless plug, building a new website, High Society Man, and it's about fashion and coolness.
Okay.
Tim's going to be my project. I'm going to convert him into a dapper. Anyway, so building that site, I've been using it as a way of doing that as while squeezing in client work and all the above. So anyway, check out Focus Booster app. There are a bunch of Pomodoro Technique apps out there, and maybe I might have to do a top 5 rundown to show you right now, I happen to like this the best. If you have anything else like this, you can check it out. And I'm going to give you a link to an article that I got from Reddit, and it's reddit.com/r/productivity.
Watch out for the rest of the area.
It's the second post down, and it talks about GTD sucks for creative work. Here's an alternative system. GTD is great for people that are like widget builders or very structured, but for creative people, it does take a little massaging, and this sort of wraps that up. All right, let's close the show. Let's say goodbye. I'm gonna drink tea. You guys say goodbye.
Did no more tips or anything?
No tea. I'm sad.
See Prometheus on Friday.
Yes.
It's me awesome.
Or midnight release.
Yeah, midnight release is good too.
And watch out for those UK people sharing.
Yeah, they got a week early. No good.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! I'm gonna just stick to watching Game of Thrones.
Enjoy
Isn't
that.
done though? Season 9?
Don't worry, be Curry.
You're on time.
I finished up The Walking Dead, so.
Walking Dead's Breaking Bad is coming back next month, July 15th. Ooh. Walter is back. The poster is epic. Anyway, would you say bye to people?
Bye.
Have a good one.
No, completely.
All
right. This is why
we do a post.
This is why I'm not
Nonstop,
okay.
right?
You can find out the rest of the information, show notes and everything, all the links and stuff we talked about on nonstophonolulu.com/tech. You can also find us on our Facebook page. You can find us on the YouTubes. You can hit us up on our individual Twitter accounts. But if you have a question, comment, or feedback, you're going to want to send that in to questions@nonstophonolulu.com, and we'll do our best to get it answered for you. Got to send a big shout out to Chancellor this time for giving me the inspiration about wanting to buy that. And I really got to go because I got to call Alan back before he gets mad. And thanks to Mike Prasad for helping us produce this show while he's in the back technically working.
That was one long sentence, I gotta say.
Yeah, that was run-on.
There's no run-on in verbal communication. Anyway, so we'll see you again next week on Nonstop Tech. Don't forget to press the subscribe button up there, like button down there, share it with your homies. We'll see you again next week. Aloha. Is there any whiskey in this tea?
Sounds like